What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and just a few weeks before the release of Cyberpunk 2077, the developer CD Projekt Red has come out and told us that they have broken a promise. They have broken a promise that they made to their employees and us as customers, and I'm pretty pissed about it, to be quite honest with you. I am a CD Projekt Red fan. You've heard me talk about them before on this channel. I've defended them multiple times. This one, it's tough to defend, and I don't want to, because basically they promised something and didn't deliver on it. Now, this doesn't have to do with delivering something to customers or about good customer service. This is all about them as an employer, but we need to talk about it because honestly, I feel hypocritical if I don't talk about it after all the love that I've shown them. Take a look at this now. This is from Jason Schreier. As you guys know, pretty much anything by Jason Schreier, I can't stand this dude, so I archive all his web pages. So I'll include an archive link in the description below. But here it is. Cyberpunk 2077 publisher orders 6-day weeks ahead of game debut. Yes, CD Projekt Red is going full crunch. It's not the well, crunch if you want to. No, it is full-time mandated crunch. We're going to get into it. But the reason that this is such a big deal is because so many times over the past couple years, they told us the opposite of that. CD Projekt Red, this back in 2019, this is just, let's see, about a year ago. CD Projekt Red boss recommits to non-obligatory crunch on Cyberpunk 2077. You can crunch if you want to, or you can leave it all behind at the end of the workday. Basically saying that, hey, you know, we know there's going to be a lot of work. You can crunch if you want to, and you'll get paid for that, but we're not going to force anyone to do it. Well, then, after the first delay, we get this. In terms of crunch, Cyberpunk 2077 is already a failure. After they kind of told us, well, you know, when this game's about to release, we may have to crunch after all. Sure enough. We are here just about 6 weeks out from the release of this game, the most highly anticipated game of the year, at least for me, and I know a lot of other people. Polish video game developer CD Projekt Red told employees on Monday that 6-day work weeks will be mandatory leading up to the November release of the highly anticipated Cyberpunk 2077, reneging on an earlier promise to not force overtime on the project. Now, Jason Schreier had another famous article where he talked about Naughty Dog and the crunch in the bad work environment around that studio, which did result in 40% of the staff just disappearing because they did not want to work there. We talked about that, and I was pissed about that, and that's one of the reasons I have to be pissed about this. CD Projekt Red is a company that a lot of us hold to a very high regard, and they are failing. They are failing in this. They're failing in not living up to the promise that they gave to their employees. CD Projekt Red, a subsidiary of Poland's biggest gaming company, has been criticized previously for engaging in crunch, an industry term for excessive overtime in game development. The practice often lasts for weeks and can stretch out for months or even years. CD Projekt Red co-chief executive last year told gaming website Kotaku the company would be avoiding mandatory crunch and was committed to allowing employees to work without overtime. That's the article that we read. They took those quotes from Kotaku. That is exactly what he's talking about. But an account from a CD Projekt Red employee recently, as well as an email to staff, earlier this week, indicate the company hasn't lived up to its word. The employee, who asked not to be named, said some staff had already been putting in nights and weekends for more than a year. Now, to be honest, I believe that, and we have heard before from CD Projekt Red, people that work there, that a lot of them kind of are down to crunch in a weird way, because a lot of them do like working there and want to put a good product forward, and they're very proud of that. However, it should not be mandatory in any way, shape, or form, especially if that's the promise that you've given. Now, I work in a field where I've gone 3 days without sleep just because we had to do this job and had to get it done. That's just how we have to work, and that doesn't make it necessarily right. That doesn't mean it makes it easy, but some jobs, that's just the expectation. But when you're on a job, and that's not the expectation going into it, you shouldn't be forced to do overtime the way they are forcing them to crunch. In the email, CD Projekt Red studio head Adam Badowski wrote that he was optimistic about the state of Cyberpunk 2077. Now, he wrote, it was time to fix many of the game's lingering bugs and glitches. Starting today, the entire development studio is in overdrive. Your typical amount of work and 1 day of the weekend. So, You're going to work your normal week, and you're going to come in either on Saturday or Sunday for a full work day. That is what is going on right now. The extra work would be paid as required. I would fucking hope so. Many other video game studios don't pay for overtime. Oh, I guess that's why they had to do it. That's insane if that's the case. I take it upon myself to receive the full backlash for the decision. I know this is in direct opposition to what we've said about crunch. It's also in direct opposition to what I personally grew to believe a while back, that crunch should never be the answer. We've extended all other possible means of navigating the situation. Last year, and this is the kicker, right? This is the kicker, that these guys stood up there and said that this was their promise, this was their goal. They wanted to make CD Projekt Red a more humane place to work. We are known for treating gamers with respect, and I agree, they are. I actually would like for us to be known for treating developers with respect as well. And people are letting them have it. You have Legacy kill it. You know, this is disappointing. I wish CD Projekt Red would just delay the game rather than overwork their talent with mandatory crunch. Treat your workers with the respect they deserve like you do consumers. We can wait. I can see why they wouldn't want to come out and delay this game again. And this does worry me, because I, for one, said, you know, delay it till it's ready. The fact that they're going into crunch in order to deliver this game is concerning, because maybe there's going to be some problems with it. Maybe this launch is going to be shit. Maybe this game that is being hyped up in so many circles, including on this channel, I've hyped up this game. Maybe it's not going to be ready. And that would be an absolute travesty, to be honest. Justifying the crunch. Since y'all, all right, here you go. So since y'all had y'all's tongue on CD Projekt Red Boot, they cut several pieces of content from Cyberpunk, added microtransactions to multiplayer when they said leave the greed to others. That is a misconception. I did a video about this on my channel. There's not going to be any microtransactions in Cyberpunk 2077. There is a completely different Cyberpunk Online that's going to happen, a completely different project, probably not going to come out for 2 or 3 years. They did say they will have microtransactions in there. Not a single video game is worth going through crunch. It's not about Cyberpunk 2077. F a video game, it's more than that for me. My art school has students that now work at CD Projekt Red. You have no idea how terrifying it is that the new generation to see this shit so normalized. This needs to change. There you go. And then here you go. Naughty Dog making gifts. You do have some hypocrisy right now. I guarantee you're going to see it. I just saw this, so I made a video. I don't know what everyone else's reaction has been. I don't know if anybody else has put out videos. But Naughty Dog making gifts, people mad, CD Projekt Red crunching their devs, thumbs up. I can't say if that's true or not. We know that Naughty Dog had one of the worst crunches that we've ever seen. I don't know if they paid their employees or not. Jason Schreier, again, is the one who exposed that. As much as I hate the guy, he does a lot of things that are accurate. But bottom line is, CD Projekt Red went back on their word. They went back on the word that they gave us. They went back on the word that they gave their employees when they said that there would not be obligatory crunch in this game. Now this makes a lot of questions in people's minds of what's going to happen for Cyberpunk 2077. Is this game ready? Is it going to be ready to go in early November like you said it was? Been delayed 2 times now, but they don't want to delay it again. I don't know. But I do know that I don't like it when a game company that I respect comes out and does something to make me not respect them, which is exactly what has happened here. I do still think they have the consumer's best interest in mind, and I will continue to believe that, but this is unacceptable, and they need to be called out for it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Make sure you smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.